Hey guys, how's it going? So today I went into Barnstaple, which is a town close to where I live, and I noticed there's a new Poundland, one of those like dollar stores. And the question that came to my mind right away was what's happening to the British High Street? And in particular, in small towns and smaller communities, I'm noticing what's happening is that a lot of independent businesses are closing down. Even large businesses are closing down on the high street. And what we're getting is charity stores and a lot of these pound stores. And intuitively, really what it's telling me is a representation of this sort of economic decline. And it's not, to me, this isn't any kind of foretelling about an economic collapse or anything like that. However, what it shows me is that the broader economic story that we're telling simply isn't serving the masses, isn't serving the populace, the population of these small communities. And so the demand are charity stores and pound stores, dollar stores, that's what the kind of mainstream working population, that's what they can afford. They can afford to shop in dollar stores and in charity shops, and fewer people have the income to support higher end shopping. And it's not very attractive, so it to me is really representative of a decline of empowered people, and the fact that people aren't really going to the high street. And my message again with all of this is to unplug, to detach, and to not buy into the story that the mainstream media is telling us about the economy, about government policies and things like this, and how we can empower ourselves to create a life that we love, how we can empower ourselves to overcome barriers we have with regards to self-worth, and making changes in the workplace, and owning changes in our towns and in our cities and on our high streets, and how communities can come together and discuss the potential for what we could create in a town center, rather than just these sort of bigger companies, and even charities for that matter, taking over our high streets. And the fact that what I would prefer to see is probably independent boutiques and restaurants, so that people are still coming in and enjoying the town center, and it's not just about cheap shopping, cheap buying, because the reality is that our economy and our individual state of finance has so much to do with our own busy road, with our own sense of self-worth and the stories that we're telling ourselves around money. And I choose not to focus on corruption. I choose not to focus on elitism and classism. Instead, I focus on unity consciousness. I focus on oneness and love. And I know in my own journey how the shift in consciousness, or shift in paradigm / belief system, has totally changed my outlook and my ability to go after what I want, or rather create what I choose to create from a loving place, from an unconditionally loving place. And really trusting now, as this awakening continues, really trusting our ability to create what we truly desire, especially when it's aligned with uplifting other people and serving other people from a positive place. My business is simply juice and smoothies, and educating people about food and our ability to eat nutritional, supporting food. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you later.
All to love. All to love.